Okay, this is financial philosophies to improve your personal finances. So you had been already spending, you have been doing, you have been controlling. Now for the business sectors, we have this. Financial philosophy according to Michael Marks. 3 ways to get capital into company. Of course, number 1, that's normal. Sell stocks. Okay, this refers to common stocks, preferred stocks, or they are going to borrow money, which refers to bonds, or they earn it, which refers to the profit that they have in the operation. Earn it is best. Balance sheet matter. Without a balance sheet, it's hard to understand where a company stands. Why? This refers to the company's position right now. Where are they right now in terms of their obligations? How are they right now in terms of assets that they have? And what are those assets that they have? What are those obligations that they have? So what money can buy, there should always be a counterpart of where does it go and what is it all about. Great companies grow revenue, make profits, and invest for future. Companies that do just 2 or 3 are signing up for being just okay, not great. So companies learn to make money or not. Companies that make money generally continue to do so, but companies that don't make money generally continue that also, but it becomes core value. What do you mean by financial philosophy? Okay, financial independence. Okay. The philosophy of the rich versus the poor is this. This is referring to financial independence. The rich invest their money and spend what's left, but the poor spend their money and invest what's left. So it's different. So investment on the side of the rich people, and whatever is left after the investment is done, then they would spend it. But for the mentality, the mindset of some poor mindset, they always spend their money right now, and whatever is left, they are going to invest. So that's the difference between a rich mind and a poor mind. I'm talking about the mindset of people which are rich and the mindset of people that are poor mindset. So financial independence is being able to live from the income of your own personal resources. In other words, you don't have to work to make a living. You work for accomplishment, for pleasure, and or other reasons. And why is it that we need to know about financial philosophies? What is the importance of financial philosophies? Philosophy helps us to understand both the role of mathematics play in modeling financial markets, especially stock markets. We need to have a lot of computations. It's because this deals about money, your income, your profit, how much you have invested, and then how much are the rate of return, and so on. And how a mathematical approach to finance could and should be built. So how you do it and how to make your money, and this philosophy this time would help you to build up. Okay. There are 10 most important financial philosophies to improve your personal finances I would like to share. It's important to know what it takes to become a financially responsible individual and live financially stable for life. So number one is you as an individual, you yourself are responsible for your own wealth. The money that you have, the allowances that you have, once it is given to you, you are in control. So get ready with your mindset of how you are going to do it. So once it is delivered in your hands, that money is not already controlled by your parents, especially your students, but that money is under your control. Now, your financial status at any given point of time is due to series of actions you have taken in the past. It's the small step that counts to give desired result. Meaning to say, whatever your decisions about what you have in control right now with your money, that will always have an equivalent consequences because that decision is coming from you. Whether it is taking a mortgage of vehicle or creating an asset, whatever you do to make your financial life better, there is always a consequence. So when you decide to spend, what will be the consequences? If I'm going to do this, then what will I get? Meaning every steps and every move that you make your decisions when it comes your money, it will always go back to you in good or it might be in bad. It depends on what kind of decisions that you will have. Now, good debts make your financial life better. Yes, there's nothing wrong with debt for as long as it is being used for a specific purpose. Bad debt makes it worse. So let us know the difference. What are your assets and liabilities and how you make decisions in everyday life? I know this will strengthen or add more with your mind setting this time. These decisions are going to stack up and form your financial status from 10 to 15 years. What you are doing right now, you have this what we call positive behavior with a positive mindset because you want to learn more while you are still young, what will become of you when you reach at a certain age. You yourself are responsible for your financial status at any given point of time in your life. Nobody is responsible for that. I know you are growing right now. You are in the stage towards already of finishing your courses. So you should have to prepare your mind at this point of time, the readiness once you will graduate. So therefore, you have already the stock knowledge, not only the knowledge you get during your during the subjects that you are enrolled, but outside in it, there are practicalities. Number 2, getting out of debt is an emergency. Good debt is something that will help you increase in your income. It is taken to buy an asset, and that asset should be an income generating asset. Bad debts is used to buy liabilities. So if you are in any kind of debt, remember, one thing coming out of your debt should be your top priority. So be sure if you're engaged in debt this time, let me just advise you that put that in a certain purpose wherein it pays by itself. You probably go into a small businesses that you can earn, and whatever earnings it can pay by itself. So your first top priority is to liquidate and be able to get out from that kind of debt. So that is another kind of mind setting and making you more a strong-willed individual, that you are going to skip out from that particular situation. Now, number 3, always take free money. What is free money? A free money, some wherein you can enjoy it, that you have no liabilities at all, that is no worries at all, meaning something that goes actually into your cashiers or into your savings, that has no name at all. It's not labeled. It's free for you to use. Your employer provides you with a matching 401k plan. A 401k plan, this is your retirement. Okay. I would like to advise that take the maximum advantage of that contribution. Why? Because there is a counterpart coming from your employer. So if you will be given a chance, okay, you can choose between the 3. So the employer probably would say, you choose the higher one. Do not say no. Say yes, meaning you are now increasing the possibility of having a higher retirement in the later part. So the higher the better, because that is how much the employer is going to counterpart. And that will become your savings at the near future, which will become part of the retirement. Now, retirement class, this is one form of investment. Don't worry about that. Once you retire, you will be getting that. And that is a good investment, because it adds its own premium every year. So the money that you place in there, there is a premium. And then when the premium is added to the money that you have placed, it will always increase. That's a plan that has something to do at the later. Now, never say no to a free cash. Take a maximum advantage of your 401k plan and make your employer pay the maximum contribution that plan. Even when someone is offering free cash, never say no. Maybe he doesn't know the value of dollar and peso, but should always accept free cash. Next, 4, frugality. Super frugality is a waste of time and money. There are several blogs and podcasts that teaches you how to be super frugal and create everything by yourself. It doesn't always work. Why? Sometimes it's your waste of time and resources. The most important is you should have your own. Do not copy, because your mindset and their mindset is not the same. So you cannot copy the mindset of other people. So you have your own uniqueness. Remember, each one of us is unique. So we have our own determined goal in life. Don't try to create soap at home by yourself. It is inexpensive and save time. If you buy it from local shops, don't be that frugal. Live and enjoy your life. It's okay to spend some dollars on entertainment and other stuff that makes you happy, but don't be in saving mode throughout your life. That you are going to save your money and place it in your alcancia, that you are going to save your money, then place it in your aparador, or place your money in the financial institutions. No. You can save some for emergencies, But you have to create your money. You let that money create another money. And that is actually going into investment. I'm not saying that it's everything should be placed in one particular investment. There should be several investment. It's always a trial. Do not be afraid to take the risk, because the more you risk, the better. But I would say that if you are going to take the risk, see to it that you are you are going to spread your money on the different investments. Just as what I was been saying before, do not place your money in one particular basket with eggs, because once it falls, everything will be gone. So you have to invest in different ways. Okay, number 5, credit cards make spending cheaper when correctly used. It is true. Yes, it is true. Credit cards usually have a cash box in the form of points, which is of course very, very true, because sometimes there are points that you can get in the credit cards with the maximum purchase. Take maximum advantage of your credit card features, but at the same time, you're going to use it wisely. Do not use your credit cards in buying unnecessary things, but use your credit card in which that particular commodity or thing is very, very, very important. Do not just waste on going there and trying to shop, then buy so many things there and just say, anyway, I have to pay at the later part. But how important it is. You should have to be more guided with your behavior in terms of buying. Do not become an impulsive buyer. Think it many times before you are going to do the action, whether those things that you are now looking for are the very, very important ones and they are essentials. Most of the items we purchase are not required with money that we don't have by using our credit cards. Say, pay credit card bills in full and on time. Yeah, you have your credit card, and then we can even pay that through, we have bank-to-bank transactions already. We have the GCash, we have the PayPal, and there are a lot of instruments already in which we can use it, and it is more effective, time saving, at the same time less expensive, because you don't have to ride a pedicab or you go to that particular establishment and make payments, so you save your gasoline. So use it wisely and purchase only required things. Don't buy unnecessary stuff just because you are getting free cash temporarily. Yes, there is a free cash temporary in a credit card. You can even go there and get money. But remember, there is a charge when you are going to get the money. And there is also an interest when you pay it. Avoid bank fees. How to avoid bank fees? Okay. Having checking accounts or savings accounts in the bank that charges you. Bank should not charge you to have more money with them. The way I understand, in the bank, there is that withdrawal tax when at the time that you're going to withdraw withdrawal tax. I think that is always charged. Okay, that is government mandated. So there is a charge. But for example, in deposits in checking accounts, choose an account wherein it doesn't give you some charges, because there is an account, current checking account, that has a maintaining balance. So if you fall below the balance, then you will be charged of falling below. So there is also a checking account that has a maintaining balance at the same time that earns interest. So there is also a checking account. There is no maintaining balance, but it doesn't earn interest. So all you have to do, choose the best in which it doesn't charge you. And another thing is, be careful when you are going to have an account in the bank. It should be active. There should be transactions, because if that will become dormant, meaning there are no activities in a certain period of time, whatever your deposits there, don't you know, it is deducted until such time there will be no balance anymore. They give your money to others and make more money and charge you as well. Stop having accounts in bank that charge you with different fees. So that is why some of the people right now, instead of going to the bank, they go to credit unions, which is a substitute. Why? They know that their money is being saved there. That could not be taken. There are no charges so much. I think exempted from taxes. The credit unions, unlike banks, they are being charged. So every time that you are going to withdraw, there is what we call withdrawal tax. Automate your finances. Prepare automatic payments of your credit card bills, utility bills, and other bills which can be automated. Like, for example, your PLDT bills that can be, you can use already, GCash, Paymaya, I do not know, some, okay. Your water bills can already be paid, and your electricity bills, you can use that. So there are a lot of bills payments now which can be served through electronic payments. This not only saves time and energy, but avoids penalty in case of late payments. Let the software do its job and set for auto payments of bills. And I think almost everybody right now, if not all, are doing this, which of course give them more advantage when they are very busy, and it will reduce the time spent for travel. So you can automate all of this. Number 8, savings accounts are not always good. Okay, you get less interest in savings account than your money that is invested in a small special venture. Okay. Keeping huge chunk of cash in savings account isn't wise when you can get more interest money somewhere else. Okay, like for example, you go into digital assets. Some of your money should be placed in the bank. Savings is one form of investment that is for security and for investment purposes. You can invest that in stocks. I'm not saying full everything. There should be some sort of amount that should be left in the bank for emergency cases. So as I said, your savings should be identified clearly. Which one is for investment? Which one is intended for this A1 investment, A2, A3, and which is for emergency, and so on. So it should be divided properly. It should be named and labeled properly. So invest in liquid or debt funds and left some in your savings account. So there's nothing wrong with savings account. Left some. Do not put a huge amount of money just to be there when the interest is only 1 to 2% per year. If you have 1 million, 1%, that is 10,000. But if you have your 1 million invested, if you give some to your crypto, if you know how to do it, why not? Okay. Number 9. This is one of the enemies of some people. materialism inhibits wealth building and leads to death. It is true. So you have to change your mindset this time. When we say materialism, this individual is really spending so much on the things that she wants to own, and practically at the end, just look at it, but it's not being used. Do not be a materialistic person. Don't buy things that you don't need. Buy only what you can use it. You can enjoy it. Such thing will eat your money, time, and energy, and avoid you from focusing and building your wealth. Follow the principle of less is more. You know what is less is more. Less expenses on material things, you will have more to gain in the future. Avoid buying unnecessary stuff and have less material things. It will save your time and money. Of course, the last one. Budgeting makes smart people smart with money. Having a budget has proved to be one of the ways to become smart in financial planning. And I guess in some of the previous series discussion we have, we could not avoid budgeting. And even in our discussions in the classes that we have, budgeting is always one of those which is very important, just to see where your money is going. You should know your spending patterns, where you can cut your unnecessary expenses. So if you have already that budget, you can think of whether that is effective or not. Those things that are not necessary, try to erase them. Do not include that by the next budget. And that is how you see practically what's going on with your money. Practically, when you try to erase some, that will add more to your savings, or that savings that is intended for investment. There are many free apps available of Play stores that will help you to have more monthly budgets. So never break this rule. Never break this financial rule. Number one. Never buy depreciating assets on credit. The best time to save money is now. So do not wait for tomorrow if you can do it for today. Tomorrow is another day. Never invest money with emotions. This is sometimes that is wrong with people. Okay, sometimes, okay, this is some of the sample. You know, when there are a man and a woman, when they're courting a woman, usually they have to invest. Okay, that's normal, invest. Buy chocolates, give flowers. The flowers cannot be eaten. Okay, so you have to take note about that. Okay, so that is an investment. That investment is with emotions. Okay, isn't it? Why? You invest your feelings. You give what is best for the woman to make her happy. Can that be a plain thing only? That there is love and expressions of actions that will let you let the woman say that you are going to love her. But it's the modern way. Giving gifts, giving money, giving chocolates, and having this dine out. Okay, don't risk your name to get rich quick. It's not overnight. It's not one night stand. It's not magic that you get the money right now, except if you win a lotto. Don't you have to build wealth with sure results. How do you know that it's a sure result? Now, we had been explaining before the start, you your own research and everything before you make your decisions so that you will be sure that you are in the winning side. Acquire assets, never liabilities. Keep track of all your expenses from the start. We've been talking about that. So how do you keep track all of this? Through your budget. Smart budgeting will make you a smart individual. So always remember rules from 1 to 7. But how do you become millionaire by 30? I know you are still very young right now. Yeah, at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you still have 8 years in your life to become millionaire. Follow these steps. And be more courageous enough to listen to whatever are the discussions or presentations that we have here, just to make your mind firm, just to have your mindset change into something which is more positive. This is the philosophy for success. It's like this. So follow the money. Follow the money. Make your money work for you. Save to invest. Don't save to save. Don't save to save. Save, then again, save. So what is that? Stagnant. Your money is not working it. So you have to save in order to invest. You don't save because you just place in the bank. Well, there's an interest, 1%. Is it enough? Avoid debt that doesn't pay you. Of course, it should be a debt that is income generating thing, that it pays by itself. Treat money like a lover. Okay. Don't let your money sleep. No, wake up. Let your money grow. Change your mentality, your mindset. Be positive. Do not allow negativism into your mind. Get a millionaire mentor. So you read, you know what? There was one student of mine before in the other institution I was working with. She is on he was a janitor. You know what happened? Every now and then, when he had a vacant time, he is always reading that particular book, How to Become Rich, How to Become Rich. All the time, I've been seeing him trying to read that book. You know what happened? It manifested. He is really very rich now. He is a millionaire now. But very simple. People that are millionaire are very humble. You cannot see them by showing off. No, they don't have that. But they just want to see simple as they are. Don't show off. Show up. Aim 10 times higher. Now, these are the quotes that will actually the following are the quotes that will actually trying to encourage you more, motivate you more, to be more strong in your mindset, changing from negative to positive. Okay, this one. Look at this by Barnon. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. So use the money to earn for you while you are sleeping. Where in that quadrant you can use that? We have 4 quadrants: employer, self-employment, investment, a company investment, or the other one. When there is financial freedom, letting your money do it by themselves. And one of these you can have it in Metaglonics. In the future, not now. I'm talking about 10 to 15 years. But it will not become 10 to 15 years because you are now at the age of 21, probably, or 10. That might be okay. So you will become millionaire 30 years. The best thing money can buy is financial freedom. And that is what Rob Berger said. The next one, there are 137 class, but I really have gotten only 5. Road to financial freedom begins with being grateful for what you have right now. So please be grateful enough that you have these learnings that this Metaglonics is giving to you. Free education, financial education, free knowledge, free seminars that is given to you. Take the advantage and the opportunity and be grateful for everything that you get from here. Another one, beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. It is true. You would say, I'll buy this. In a way, it's only 10 pesos. That one also is another 20 pesos. That's small things, but the many small things, what happens? The leak will be so much so it will sink a great ship. That's what Benjamin Franklin had said. But this is very most important thing. Money speaks one language. If you save me today, I'll save you tomorrow. Isn't it? So that's how money really can become you a millionaire. I want to show this to you. This is in, okay, let me have this first.
Kung gusto mo maging financially free, ang first step ay dapat marunong kang magtabi ng pera. Well, di naman ibig sabihin na itatabi mo ang lahat ng perang kinikita mo kasi imposible naman yun. Pero kailangan mong matutunan yung art of spending less than you actually need. Marami pa rin ang may ganitong problema at ito ang reason kung bakit ang matatalino at talented na tao ay never naging mayaman. Ilan sa mga tips na ito ay ang pagsasave ng pera na pwede mong simulan kaagad. At magugulat kayo sa huling tip dahil di nyo inaasahan na makakatulong pala ito. Ang unang tip ay bigyan mo ng pangalan ang savings account mo. Napaka-powerful ng teknik na ito, lalo na kung bibigyan mo ng pangalan ang savings account mo kahit nag-iipon ka para mag-invest o sa pang-college ng anak mo. Sa paraan na ito ay magiging mahirap para sa iyo na bawasan ng savings account na yan, lalo na kung ang pangalan ng savings account mo ay ang pangalan ng anak mo o ng asawa mo. Kasi syempre matatakot kang bawasan ng savings account na yan, lalo na kung ang pangalan ng savings account mo ay kapangalan ng asawa mo. Ang pangalawang tip ay bilihin lang ang kailangan. Bago ka bumili ng isang bagay like mga appliances, gadgets, furnitures at kung ano-ano pa, may 4 na tanong na dapat mong itanong sa sarili mo. Una ay kailangan mo bang mabili agad ang bagay na ito? Pangalawa, gaano kadalas mo bang gagamitin ang bagay na ito? Pangatlo ay may mura bang alternatibo para sa bagay na ito? At pang-apat ay kaya mo bang bayaran ito ng cash na di nakakaapekto sa budget mo? Kung nasagot mo ang lahat ng ito ng maayos, then siguro ay kailangan mo nga ang bagay na ito. Pangatlo ay gamitin ang 30-day rule. Kahit ano pa ang gusto mong bilhin, isulat mo lahat ito sa papel at lagyan mo ng date. Then maghintay ka ng 30 days bago mo bilhin ang bagay na yun at ito ay makakatulong para makaiwas ka sa impulse buying. Kadalasan kasi after 30 days ay di mo na kailangan o di ka na interesado sa mga bagay na gusto mong bilhin dati at sa huli, yung mga kailangan o importante na lang talaga ang bibilhin mo. Ang pang-apat na tip ay mag-commit ka na bayaran ang iyong sarili ng at least 10% ng sweldo mo kada buwan. Ito ang lesson na natutunan ko sa librong The Richest Man in Babylon. Sinasabi dito na ang yaman ay nagsisimula sa pagtatabi ng pera. Karamihan kasi sa atin ay nagtatrabaho para bayaran ang kuryente, bahay, tubig, telepono at kung ano-ano pa, pero maliban sa ating sarili. Uunahin pa natin minsan bumili ng bagong sapatos o damit na di naman talaga kailangan. Di mo naman kailangan bumili ng bagong sapatos every month at ubusin ang pera mo, di ba? Instead, bayaran mo ang sarili mo ng 10% ng sweldo mo at ilagay mo ito sa savings account o sa investment account mo para palaguin ito. Example ng ginagawa ko ay yung RSP o yung regular subscription plan ng BPI Online kung saan kada kinsenas at katapusan ng buwan ay automatic na nade-debit yung pera ko papunta sa aking investment account. Pwede nyo ring i-check yung video ko tungkol sa effective steps sa pag-iipon ng pera at makikita nyo yung link sa description ng video ito. Ang pang-apat na tip ay gumawa ka ng grocery list mo. Kung wala kang list na ginawa, once na pumasok ka sa grocery, ay ito yung most likely na mapapagastos ka sa mga unnecessary na bagay na nagre-result sa overspending. Kaya bago ka pumunta sa grocery o sa supermarket, be sure na may grocery list kang dala at bilhin lang kung ano yung importante at kung ano yung kailangan. Ang pang-anim na tip ay kumain ka muna bago ka mag-grocery. I'm sure na nangyari sa inyo ito, yung tipong nagutom ka habang nag-grocery at mas lumaki pa tuloy yung budget mo dahil na rin sa dumagdag pa yung ipinangkain mo. Kumain ka muna bago umalis ng bahay para mas makatipid. Ang pangpitong tip ay convert money into time. Kung may gusto kang bilhin, then check mo muna yung presyo in terms of time. Kung i-convert mo yung 3,000 pesos na t-shirt na gusto mong bilhin, kung gaano mo katagal na dapat magtrabaho para mabayaran ito, bibilhin mo pa rin ba ito kahit katumbas nito ay 6 working days ng buhay mo? Sa paraan na ito ay maiintindihan mo yung hirap at kung worth it ba na isacrifice mo ang oras mo para lang mabili ang bagay na ito. At ang pangwalong tip ay magkaroon ka ng change of mindset from saving more to earning more money. Tandaan palagi na mas madaling magtabi ng pera kung may kinikita kang extra. Kaya instead na mag-focus ka lang sa pagtatabi ng pera, focus mo ang sarili mo how to earn more money sa pamamagitan ng pag-educate sa sarili mo at develop new skill para makapag-produce pa ng pera. Sa paraan na ito ay pwede ka pang kumita ng malaki o ng extra. Pero kung kumita ka na ng malaki, be careful na mahulog sa trap ng lifestyle inflation o yung spending more because you earn more. Ang dami kong kilala na kumikita ng malaki at akala nila ay habang buhay na yung kita na ito at inuubos lang nila yung pera nila hanggang sa walang matira. Iwasan ang ganitong mentality. Alisin mo sa isip mo na kapag kumita ka ng malaki o tumaas ang sweldo mo ay dapat mo na ring itaas ang lifestyle mo. But instead, isipin mo na di ka nakakuha ng bonus o ng increase and live below your means. At dahil pinanood nyo ang video na ito hanggang huli, ito ang inyong bonus tip. Gastusan mo ang sarili mo. Okay, malamang sasabihin nyo sa akin, "Hoy, invest up. Akala ko ba ipon tips ito? Bakit gusto nyo kaming gumastos?" Yes, ang reason kung bakit maraming tao ang di nakakaipon dahil na rin sa inuubos nila ang pera nila sa mga bagay kasi feeling nila ay left out sila o napag-iwanan na dahil na rin sa mga nakikita nila sa social media na may mga tao nag-e-enjoy sa buhay nila tapos sila hindi. I-treat mo rin ang sarili mo paminsan-minsan at maglaan ng small percentage ng sweldo mo pambili ng mga bagay na gusto mo. Makakatulong ito para ma-enjoy mo ang buhay mo at di ka makaramdam ng negative feeling tungkol sa pag-iipon ng pera. Ayan ang mga tricks na pwede mong gawin para mabilis makaipon ng pera. Pagsamasamahin mo ang mga tips na ito at guaranteed na lalaki ang savings mo para magkaroon ka na rin ng safe and secured future. At kung mahilig kayo sa videos tungkol sa pera, motivation o business, like and share nyo lang ang video na ito at kita-kita po ulit tayo sa susunod na video.
Okay, thank you very much. Tonight.